We're now on to example 3, and what example 3 involves is rounding numbers before you solve the problems. And this is really useful because a lot of people do this. What it does is it gives you a slightly incorrect solution, but it's quicker to work out. And sometimes there's situations where it doesn't matter how accurate your solution is. What's important is getting it done quickly. Let's start right away in question A, and you can see I've left some markings here from some working I did before. Question A says 512 plus 38, and it wants you to round it to the leading digit. Now, when we round to the leading digit, that means that we pick the most important digit, in this case it's the 5, and make the rest 0. Okay, very important that you check. Sometimes you've got to round up. So for 38, 3 is the leading digit, but we're going to round that up to 4 because 38 is closer to 40. Now this is an approximately equal to sign that we're going to use because it's not the exact answer, the exact solution. And 500 plus 40 is really simple to work out, 540. So we see here it was quick to work out, but it's not 100% correct. Moving on to question B, they want us to round it to the nearest 100, meaning that we want to make sure the last two digits are zeros. So for 360, we would make that 400. We would round up, making sure the last two digits are zeros. And 156, we round to 200. We round that one up as well, using the approximately equal to sign. And this will approximately equal 200 when we do 400 minus 200. Moving on to question C. This one we're going to round to the nearest 100, so 213. To make it end in two zeros, we make it 200, and 89 we would round to 100. When you multiply numbers, you multiply first the digits that are non-zero, 2 times 1, which is 2, and then you count your zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, giving us 20,000. Moving now, the last three questions are all divide, which are a little harder, but I'll show you what to do. First of all, we round to the nearest 10, so we want to make the last digit a 0, 3,290 rounding up, and 13 we would round down to 10. Now when you've got numbers that end in a digit of 0, with division you're actually allowed to cross off the last 0 on one number as long as you cross off the 0 on the other one, giving us 329 divide 1, which is just 329. Moving on to question E, rounding to the nearest 100, trying to make it end in two zeros. So we get 4,500 divide 100. And just like before, we can cross off zeros at the end. This time we're going to cross off 2 at the end of both of them. As long as you cross off the same amount on both numbers, it's perfectly fine with divide. This means it is approximately equal to 45 divide 1, which is 45. Last question, question F. This time they want us to round it to what is called, to the leading digit, which just means the first digit you see to the left. So 6,214 would become 6,000, and 19 would actually round up to 20. And once again we can cross off 1 0 from each, giving us an approximate solution of 600 divide 2, and 600 divide 2 would be 300. And that concludes our video on example 3.